something? I'm not the best at being alone, and I feel like since I've been an adult, that's been a goal of mine to get better at, because I think often when we find we can't be alone with ourselves, it's like maybe there's an insecurity to be had because you don't want to be alone with your thoughts. So not to get deep in the first literally 30 seconds of the video, but that has been a goal of mine of enjoying your own company, not needing to rely on others to have a good time or to feel like your day is fun. So it's the weekend, and I thought it would be a really fun idea to bring you along for what my perfect day in Florida alone would be. So we're spending time in my own company, and my husband is home, but he is working. So I'm gonna just breeze by him or whatever. But I decided first up I would go to a little coffee shop and maybe get some work done, get a yummy drink. There's one that I like to go to that has this nice walking trail or like walking area around a lake. So I'm like, I could do that, bring my journal because we can be alone with our thoughts. And that sounds really nice. So I think I'm gonna get ready to go there. And then after that, I'm gonna bring a swimsuit so that I can go to the beach, because what would be a perfect day alone without going to the beach? And I'm gonna bring my book with me, my crocheting stuff, and maybe my journal as well, because it's enrichment time. It's time to be one with ourselves, with God, all of that good stuff. So all that to say, is this really a day alone if I'm bringing you guys with me? But the answer is yes. So time for a quick little changeroo, and then we're gonna get on our way to having a fun day. Maybe I'm gonna go thrifting too, because I always feel like that is a fun thing to do alone, is like a little secondhand shopping. Let's do it. Honestly, my little skincare headband looks the same as this headband. And then I did some pink linen pants and this little tank, but super like comfy and casual. But it is kind of chilly, especially in the mornings. So I'm just gonna bring a cardigan as well, because you never know how a coffee shop is gonna feel. Honestly, I'm giving a lot of patterns right now, and I don't know if this outfit really works, but it's gonna be what it is. In the spirit of being prepared, I'm gonna make sure that I pack all of my beach stuff. So I need a cover up, a swimsuit, a towel, and then all my little like beach necessities. My favorite thing ever is to wear a blue swimsuit. So I love that this blue swimsuit matches with the towel. And then I have this cover up as well. They're all from Skims, and I'm so excited about their swimsuit collection this year. I love a simple cardigan and a thick towel that you can dry off with, and then of course the swimsuit. So these are all getting packed in a little bag, so I'm ready to go right onto the beach. I loved Skims like undergarments or their PJs for such a long time. I feel like they're very intentional about just how nice they make it and like fitting them onto a woman's body and making it actually feel very comfortable. But something that I really love about this swimsuit is that it actually has seams in it. And I don't really love when things are seamless all the time, because this one just stays on so well. I feel like I could dive under the water, I could go surfing, I could do a bunch of stuff. And then the bottoms are like the perfect classic coverage where they're not too cheeky, and I'll show you more when I'm wearing it on the beach so you can get like a better feel of that. But I just think it fits so well, and it's done so intentionally that I was super excited to get these pieces. And then the towel is genuinely the nicest quality towel. I need my book and my notebook. This one is so cute. I need to make sure my water is absolutely filled to the rim. Hydration. Why is it so hard to put on a water bottle? It is such a beautiful day, so that makes me really happy that I decided to do the beach today. But first up, we need caffeine. So I keep saying let's go, but I don't want to say that anymore. First up, we need caffeine. No other words. Get the limo out front. Whoa. I don't know what I should listen to on my solo car ride. It's like the world is my oyster. And I'm stopped at a red light, so. Well, that was a wonderful time of getting to sit there and even just eating a meal by myself, taking it all in, and getting to go on a little nature walk. I was going to journal, but then I just ended up like watching the ducks, and it reminded me of when I was a kid and I would like feed the ducks with my parents from the bread. But it was just fun getting to see all of the nature and wildlife. But I was getting hot out there, and then I'm like, if I'm hot here, why am I not laying on the beach? So time to do a quick little changeroo, and I've gotten pretty skilled of doing this just in the car. Sometimes I wear those little like towel hoodies and put them on, but you literally can just put it on like how you would and then slide your straps off. Super easy. You're never like exposing yourself. And now that the suit is on, this cover up is so easy to put on in the car. I love something like that, and it is fun to have something with sleeves too. And just give a little dainty. Wow, I feel like I'm going onto a resort. I'm feeling fancy. This suit is absolutely so comfortable. I loved swimming, even though the water's kind of like stirred up and brown from the storm, so it was a little scary getting in the water. I did a big shell hunt, and I found a lot of little pretty ones, so that was fun. I ended up walking like a mile. I did a half mile down and a half mile back. I've been loving getting my steps in. I feel like it just makes me feel better overall when I'm doing more walking, all of that. Sorry, I thought it wasn't recording. But yeah, found a lot of good shells, and I'm getting a little bit antsy now. I've been here for a few hours, so I think I'm going to pack up my stuff. And my phone is about to die, so I don't want to be like unreachable, although maybe that is the point. But I think I'm gonna head back to the car and then either stop at home and then go thrifting, or maybe I'll just continue the fun, do a quick little changeroo, and go thrifting right from here. Josh called me and told me how pretty our pool was at home and that it was just looking luscious outside. So I made a last minute play call and decided to come home first because I thought, you know what, this is supposed to be my perfect day and I want to go swimming and make myself a little coffee at the house and then decide if I want to go thrifting, or maybe I just want to read in the sun. So I don't know. I feel like I'm such a plan person, and as silly as that sounds, I'm like, I'm just going with the flow. As silly as this may sound, because I feel like social media is such a cool job, and it really does feel like I get to do what I love of getting to share my life and be creative and like all of these really cool touch points that I just never ever in so many like times of thinking about it in high school and college thought that this could be a job of like posting online. But because of that, I never take time off. Never. Like, you can ask any of my friends, and it's just like, because I love what I do and I feel like I feel blessed because of it, I feel like I don't earn time off, if that makes sense. But then I came to this realization that I'm like, regardless of like the physical difficulty of it, it's just not good. either in a positive way or a negative way, to always be like online, just chronically online, and always hearing what people think about you, whether they're really nice things, which I'm lucky to feel like that is a majority of it, or not so nice things, or just assumptions, or being perceived, like being perceived all the time. So yeah, I feel like a lot of my friends, and my dad especially, has been encouraging me, like, you need to set one day a week that you really are just offline, and like not allowing yourself to do anything, not allowing yourself to work, like maybe taking a photo if it's just what you would naturally do, but also that line like gets blurred. Because even as silly as it is, like, you have to be really conscious to really live in the moment and make sure that you're prioritizing friendships. And like, even my relationship with Josh, of allowing a date night, even if we're dressed cute and we're all this, like, we don't have to take photos, we don't have to capture it with videos. As much as I love that, it's still good to remind yourself that that doesn't need to happen all the time, and like make sure to prioritize that. So I've been trying to have Saturdays as my off day, and it's helped me to kind of tap back into things that I think I'm really passionate about and you don't have to post about. So whether that is reading or crocheting, or I'm trying to think of what else. I got a piano, which I feel like I haven't really talked about, and I wanted to like learn to play that again. Or Josh has been playing the guitar. I don't know, just things that it's like you don't have to be good at something in order to just enjoy doing it. So I'm filming this on a Friday because obviously I'm sharing and, you know, posting and doing some other work stuff along with it. But Saturday, tomorrow, is my off day, and I feel like that is just a good thing of like talking about it, because then I'm like, yeah, it will make me take it off. And obviously if things need to shift around, or I need to like be clocked in for something, then I can do that. But I think it's just an important thing, no matter what you're at, if you're working in social media, if you're working remotely, if you're working whatever, teacher, nurse, all of that, that it's like, it is good to take those like mental health breaks where you don't have to be online or checking into work or doing things like that every once in a while. Like, you deserve it and you are important. So I have to tell myself that as well. So this day feels like me getting to, obviously, like, I am filming, but get to check in with some of those things that I love to do myself. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I propped my phone up inside because I thought this was kind of a cool shot through the window. So I'll leave you guys in here, but I'm gonna go enjoy the pool. Doing something very silly that I've been doing, but I haven't fully gone back to having dairy. I still do oat milk in my drinks, but I've been obsessed with this place near me that does a cold foam, and I had some of my leftover blueberry syrup. I just make that by adding blueberries, or equal part, like 1 cup blueberry, 1 cup water, 1 cup sugar, heat it up, mash, mix it all together, strain. That's what this is. I can do a more in-depth tutorial, but I do have a TikTok on it. Anyway, I've been having a cold foam at a place that's nearby, and it's so good. And I feel like the only way to make a good cold foam is with heavy whipping cream. So for my iced coffee today, I'm just going to not froth the oat milk and like have that be for the latte. And then I'm gonna do a blueberry cold foam for on top. And it is so good. I don't really measure, I just kind of measure with my heart and pour some blueberry syrup. I know I said I was by myself, but Josh did make me this shot because he was already making coffee. So, oat milk. What?
You just sounded like you got caught.
I got caught not being alone.
You put
Like,
your hands up and everything.
sue me. He lives here too. I don't really measure, so we'll go that, maybe a little more than our espresso shot. I think you guys are gonna be excited to see the blueberry part. Here's the thing. I love a good mason jar, but I do wish that the lip or lid of it was wider because I want to be able to like fully see my cold foam. Okay. We'll leave it a little unmixed. Then, for the beauty. Josh, I'm supposed to be alone. You have to go away.
That looks good.
Doesn't it?
Can I take a sip?
Yeah, but
Can I take the first sip?
on my solo day, the first sip, let me give it a little stir. That's the thing, unstirred coffees, I don't know if this is a popular or unpopular opinion, are so much prettier, but then you don't want to sip an unstirred coffee because you're either just gonna get espresso or milk. All right, fine, you can have the first sip.
You pass the test.
Look how pretty that is.
Wait. Okay.
This is the best one I've made.
You popped off.
Please come try this. It's really yummy. I know it looks like it would be so sugary, but it's actually not. You can taste the coffee good.
Wow.
What? Good wow or bad wow?
That's really good.
You love that? Blueberry cold foam.
My goodness. That's like a $20 cup of coffee.
It looks beautiful. I'm shook. Clearly enjoying this. My hair is like a weird half wet, half dry, giving nothing. So sometimes I like to use these two products. This from Day Hair, their styling cream, is what I love for slick backs because it literally smells so good. If you've smelled any of Day Hair products, then you know. But I just kind of take that in my hands, however much that equates to, and just like scrunch it in. And you'll kind of see because it has a little bit of a grippy texture. I don't know, I feel like my type of hair, like my friend Greta has an amazing wavy routine, and when she does it on my hair, it looks really good. But like, I don't really have a wave pattern or anything. I really don't even know what to call my hair. It just does what it wants. And sometimes I like when it's like frizzier and has a little bit of texture on it because then I can do a messy bun, or it just looks a little better than being like flat. And then I use this spray gel from Not Your Mother's. I'm kind of scared of gel because you have to like rake it in. Whereas a spray gel, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of scrunch. If you're scared of frizz, this is not the routine because it's giving frizz. But sometimes I like that and it gives like a beachy look. And then a microfiber towel, scrunch. Let me do a little upside down action. And up we go. So like that didn't do much, but it gave me enough of something that once it dries, I think, like I said, I can do a messy bun, or it just has a little bit more texture than when it was just hanging dry like that. Also, plans change. I know I kept mentioning about going thrifting because it sounded really fun this morning before I had done my activities, but it's not sounding fun anymore. And why should I do something that doesn't sound fun? So I think that I'm going to do a little bit of rotting and curl up with my coffee, read my book a little bit more. If you've read the Throne of Glass series, honestly, if you haven't, maybe you should, because I do feel like for my girls who were in the pipeline of like Hunger Games, Divergent, we've gone that way. How do you get out of the reading slump after? Because I feel like I've read some other books and they're just fine, but I'm really trying to get into my book. So maybe I will do some of that or something, but I feel like kind of what I said out at the pool, it is so good to focus on things that you love to do and make sure that you prioritize doing that. And it's also good to prioritize doing things you don't want to do, like laundry and, going through your closet and work and school and working out. And there's so many things in life that we just have to push through that I do feel like every once in a while it's nice to recenter and kind of just make this decision of like, what am I going to do for me today? Whether that's taking a little longer somewhere, canceling something, making a yummy coffee I might not normally make, wearing an outfit I want to wear, reading a book I want to read, and letting ourselves do that. Because at least for my type of personality, and maybe you will relate, of like, you only feel good when you're like, I don't know how to put this, like you're trying so hard all the time. So when you're trying hard, you're only ever just doing the bare minimum. And so then if you ever do less than that, you are like falling apart. And so I do feel like I wear that of being like, I have to go 100 miles per hour or else I'm not doing what I should be. But if I'm doing just what I should be, that's what's expected. It's not even good. So I've been trying to like work on some of those patterns in myself, that you have worth no matter what you accomplish, and taking time for yourself is a really beneficial thing. So all of that to say, we'll save thrifting for another day. And I was really happy to get to spend this time together and getting to like just enjoy some things, get some sunshine. Maybe if you're living somewhere that doesn't have sunshine, you got to have a little bit of that. But yes, thanks for joining. And actually, I have some really exciting news, because next week's video, we are packing and prepping for my annual spring break trip. And then the video after that is my girls' trip. We have some fun videos in the pipeline, so stay tuned for those, and I will see you guys next week with some new nails and some packing tips, and I'm gonna be feeling like me again.